This is a real shocker.
Yeah, she needs some kind of help, something.
I mean, nothing surprises me anymore.
Shoppers in Keene are equally confused and disgusted after learning about the arrest of Kelly Tedford. The 23-year-old is now charged with felony criminal mischief, accused of using her own urine to contaminate products at the Monadnock Co-op grocery store and posting a video of the act online.
Welcome back to a brand new video. I appreciate you sticking around because today's topic is, well, truly something. You might think you've seen the worst of the internet. Trust me, this one will have you questioning humanity. We're talking about someone who, brace yourself, thought urinating on food products was a solid idea. Yeah, you heard that right.
Ugh. Brother, ugh.
No warning, no sugarcoating, just straight to the point. So I was scrolling through X, minding my own business, when suddenly I came across a headline so nasty I had to check if I was still awake. Meet Kelly Tedford, the food product urinator, a woman in Keene, New Hampshire, who decided that her claim to fame would be peeing on grocery store food. And for what? TikTok. Because of course, TikTok is a modern day lottery for attention. And apparently this was her way of trying to go viral.
Kelly Tedford, the 23-year-old, is now charged with felony criminal mischief, accused of using her own urine to contaminate products at the Monadnock Co-op grocery store and posting a video of the act online. Keene police say they got a tip about that video on Valentine's Day and contacted the co-op. The store writing on its website, in part, "We immediately reviewed store video, identified affected products, removed them from our shelves, and sanitized all surfaces. We also reached out to members who purchased at-risk products. The co-op is issuing a recall for several types of quinoa, plus cornmeal, polenta, coconut shreds, and raw walnuts due to contamination. Investigators say it will cost the store more than $1,500.
Out of every possible idea, out of every single trend, this is what she landed on. Not making funny skits, not doing challenges, not even reviewing weird snacks. Nope. Her brain went straight to, what if I just pissed on food? Like, was there any thought put into this? Did she just wake up one morning and go, yeah, this is the move, pissing on food? Now, don't get me wrong, I get that being different can make you stand out. Original content is what gets people talking, but there's a fine line between being creative and being downright disgusting. And let's be real, nobody wants to be remembered as a food pisser. Like, imagine explaining that to people. Oh yeah, I went viral once. What for? Well, let's just say I pissed on food. Nah.
It also issued a voluntary recall on multiple quinoa, polenta, cornmeal, coconut shreds, and raw walnut products purchased between February 10th and February 15th. The store says in the recall notice, upon notification from law enforcement, we immediately reviewed store video, identified affected products, removed them from our shelves, and sanitized all surfaces. We also reached out to members who purchased at-risk products. The announcement also emphasizes no fresh produce, meat, seafood, prepared foods, or refrigerated products were affected, and adds, we have also been in direct communication with the Keene Health Department, which has confirmed that no ongoing risks remain. The individual in question is neither a current nor a former Monadnock Food Co-op employee.
And beyond the sheer nastiness of it all, let's talk about the fact that this is just straight up criminal. This isn't some harmless prank. This is messing with food that actual people had to buy and eat. That's dangerously disgusting. That's arrest-worthy nasty. And the worst part, she really thought she was onto something. Like, who exactly was supposed to find this entertaining? Because I guarantee you, the workers who had to deal with it, the customers who bought the food, and anyone with a functioning brain are all in agreement. This is disgusting. This is gross. I genuinely don't get how we got to the point where clout chasing has reached this level. I mean, we've seen people do dumb stuff for views before, but this is a new low. I just want to know, who watches this and thinks, oh yeah, this shit's fucking hilarious? Who's in the comments hyping this up? I need answers. Because as far as I'm concerned, this isn't just nasty, it's insanity. And you know what? It's not even surprising anymore. Every few months, some random person does the most vile thing possible for attention. First, we had the licking ice cream in stores trend, then we had people messing with food at restaurants, and now we've escalated to this. What's next? Actually, don't answer that. I don't even want to know. Absolutely disgraceful. But as if the grocery store incident wasn't bad enough, she was also caught again, this time at the gym, where she once again decided to relieve herself somewhere she absolutely shouldn't have. And where did she do it? The changing room. Now here's the thing, I go to the gym pretty often, so I know for a fact that the restrooms are never far away. We're talking about a few feet at most. If she really needed to pee that badly, she could have just, I don't know, used the restroom like a normal person. I mean, it's It's right there. It's right around the corner. There's no excuse. But of course, in situations like this, basic decency just gets thrown straight out the window. At this point, it's obvious this wasn't some random desperate accident. She deliberately chose to do this, just like she did in the grocery store. And why? Because apparently in her mind, the best way to get attention is by being as disgusting as humanly possible. I genuinely don't understand the thought process. Like, was this supposed to be funny? Was this meant to shock people into giving her the acceptance of being funny? Because all it really did was make everyone collectively say, yeah, no, lock her up. There's just something so pathetic about resorting to this for attention. And honestly, the fact that it didn't stop at the grocery store just proves that she knows what she's doing. It's not just one mistake, it's a pattern. And speaking of patterns, US officials caught on to this one pretty quickly, thanks to the people in her own community who weren't about to let this slide. After seeing her nasty ass putting the same stunts at the gym, they took to Facebook to report her to the police. And honestly, good. People in the community around that area were tired of her behavior and weren't going to let her get away with it. So they made sure to let authorities know what was going on. It's good to see people actually standing up when something as crazy like this happens. And it's not every day when you see something like this happen. But it doesn't stop there. As more and more people chimed in on Facebook, it became clear that this wasn't some isolated incident. Multiple people started sharing their own experiences of witnessing Kelly peeing herself in public places. One person talked about seeing her at a Five Guys restaurant and peeing herself somewhere around there, but of course not in the restroom. Okay, so after editing the video, I went back to double check myself. And apparently, according to this person, she did go into the Five Guys restroom. But it's still unclear whether she actually used the stall or just pissed on the floor. Yep, this story is right next up there with the grocery store incident. I don't know, I guess she just has a thing for peeing on food. I don't understand why. This person is weird. This person is very unhinged. But the most damning one, you're not even gonna be ready for this one. She took this nasty act to Petco, where she actually peed in a betta fish cup. Like, seriously, what is wrong with this person? That poor fish, man. Fish are incredibly sensitive to their environment, especially to unfiltered water. A single change in their water can cause side effects to a fish. In Kelly's little stunt, that's also a one-way ticket to death for that poor fish. The whole situation is messed up. Rest in piss. For real. Damn. That's so inhumane. Just to pee on a fish and have it suffocate with your urine? Yeah, you deserve to go to hell. You deserve the worst. And doesn't that qualify as animal cruelty? I mean, I'm no lawyer, but contaminating a living creature's habitat, especially something as vulnerable as a betta fish, has to fall under that category, right? If it doesn't, it sure as hell should. People should be held accountable for stuff like this. If she's not facing charges for that, then what are we doing here? As of right now, Kelly is out on bail, roaming the streets free and wild. So if you live near her area, the best advice I can give you is to stay away from grocery stores or public places around where she's at. I mean, I know it sounds extreme, but better safe than sorry, right? And honestly, it's always a good idea to wash your hands before grabbing anything in public. I don't know why you wouldn't already though. There's just so many germs out there. People pick their noses, scratch their butts, touch their sweaty armpits. It's gross. I'm a little bit of a germ freak. So yeah, just take a minute to wash your hands before you touch anything in public. It's one of those simple things that can make a big difference. People can be pretty careless, but that doesn't mean you have to be. Stay safe out there, wash your hands, and be aware of your surroundings. You get the gist. In conclusion, if your viral moment involves literal body fluids in public food, you've already lost. This isn't content. This isn't funny. It's just straight up disgusting. But yeah, that's enough of my little rant. That's all I got for you in today's video. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to drop a like and subscribe for more videos. Until next time, stay tuned.